Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you love the UFC as much as I do. Now that the smoke is cleared for Henry Cejudo with his very close title loss against Aljamain Sterling, who's clearly at his best right now, I think it's time to talk about potential fights. But I really only have one guy in my mind for Cejudo, as far as stylistically a favorable matchup for Henry Cejudo, and it's the guy on my thumbnail, Alexander Volkanovski. Here's the thing. I know you guys are gonna say, well, Volk is a lot bigger than him. He'll shred him on the feet. While that's true, he probably would beat him on the feet, most likely. You gotta remember, Henry Cejudo's got a really good skill set. He's a pretty good striker. He's been known to be very aggressive, and when he gets going on the feet and lands several strikes, he usually puts you out. You can ask TJ Dillashaw, Dominic Cruz that. Now, with that being said, heck, he's actually beaten Mighty Mouse Johnson. I know Mighty Mouse is way smaller, but he's familiar with fighting world champion legends in MMA, right? And let's not forget, Mighty Mouse is still a guy who's won world titles outside the UFC at 1FC. Because guess who just beat Volkanovski? Islam Makhachev. Why did Islam primarily beat Volkanovski? Wrestling. Guess who happens to be really, really good at wrestling? Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo is clearly a 5-round fighter. Volkanovski is too, but because Henry has the wrestling and he can stand with Volk if he needs to, I think stylistically that's a really good fight for him. It's a very winnable fight for him. I think he's a more winnable fight than Brandon Moreno, Moreno's clicking on all cylinders right now. But he could still beat Moreno. I think Cejudo could beat anybody. To be honest, if he fought Aljamain again, I think he had a chance to beat him. But given how he fights, his fighting style, again, with his very high-level Olympic gold medal wrestling background, and his boxing and the way he hits people on the feet and his quickness and his striking combination together would automatically give Volkanovski problems. Volk's hard to hit, but he hits a lot. I think Cejudo has the speed and quickness to not get hit as much, to where Volk doesn't hit him as much as he does someone like Max Holloway or Makhachev on the feet. Somebody slower, obviously. But he also has the wrestling. And you forget Cejudo's a lot smaller, but he'll gain 10 pounds. Fight day. Not fight day, but on weigh-ins. He's going to be bigger than he normally is. So I don't think the size will be much of a factor if he fights Volkanovski. I think that's a big fight. That's the money fight. So why not? I mean, Cejudo lost a fight, but that was for the first time he's fought in about 3 years. And before that, he was double champ, Olympic gold medal champion, a legend in MMA. Again, he's been in there with so many big names. He's been with just Sterling, who's on top of his game right now, Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse. He's been in there with him twice. He's beaten him before. He's done everything, man. Volkanovski wants to continue his reign of terror after he fights Yair. If he beats Yair, you never know Yair. Heck, Yair's a more beatable fight than him because of his striking background, So either way, I think the featherweight division is very winnable for Cejudo.